Oh look, a marching baritone. I wonder if there's anything wrong with it. Oh boy, look at that. Either somebody has some anger management issues or they missed their dot and got hit by a saber. Not that I would know because I always hit my dots. But never fear, we're going to get rid of these dents and make it look like nothing ever happened until it inevitably comes back in because marching band is dangerous. Moving on, let's find out how dirty this thing is because we all know band kids are nasty and they never clean their instruments. I mean, they got these slides looking like they were made out of Slim Jim. After seeing this dent up close, I'm glad it was the horn and not the kid's head. Valves are a little clanky, but they look alright. Just going to replace the felts on those. These bottom valve caps, though, are a little stuck, so we're going to give them a little tip-tap-taparoo, see if we can get them out of here. And prep everything to give it a bath. Before that, though, we're going to go ahead and see if we can get this crater out of the lead pipe. Going to give it some more taps with a mandrel in there. Mandrel's a little small to get that dent out, so we're going to have to take the lead pipe off and do some open heart surgery. Nothing that we won't be able to put back together, though. Got my handy dandy torch. I'm going to loosen up all these solder points. I think it's about 4 solder points that we have to get up. As I start heating up the second solder point, you'll see some smoke coming out of the mouthpiece. And I can tell you that it smells really good. It smells like lunch, barbecue, a little bit of tartar. But that's always why I recommend cleanings after any solder work is done, because whatever gunk is in there is just going to become crispy and nasty, and you don't want to breathe that in. So now we have the lead pipe completely removed. Now we got to get the shank off of the lead pipe, and we're going to use our handy dandy vise here. Give it some more tip taps, and there we go. Now we can start taking out that dent. But first we're going to do a little bit of prep work and clean off these contact points so that we get a nice solder flow when we go to put it back together. Here we go, we got some more tip-tap-taparoos. In the words of the immortal Chubbs Peterson, just got to tap it in.
Hey, just tap it in.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, taparoo.
Next we got to clean up some of these contact points, do a little prep work so that it comes together nicely at the end of the project. Next we're going to give the lead pipe a quick buffing on our buffing machine, affectionately nicknamed Roberta. Don't ask why, it just is. When the part is off the instrument, that way I can get all the nooks and crannies that are inaccessible with a big buffing wheel like this when it's attached. I'll come back in once I've soldered it all on and clean up all those solder points and any tarnish that the soldering process leaves behind. And with a little movie magic, it is looking like new. The lead pipe is nice and straight, the contact point at the shank is ready to be soldered. Now we gotta clean up the rest of the contact points so everything comes back together nice and smooth. Before we get back to that though, we got to remove these dents out of the bell crook. Got a couple different dent ball sizes here. Got to go with the really tiny one. And I got my magnetic dent ball driver. Gonna burnish the outside with that tool. This thing is super powerful and a little scary sometimes, so you have to be really careful, but it works like nothing else. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. Just like that, it's like Cotton Eye Joe. Where'd they come from? Where'd they go? I don't know, it's Cotton Eye Joe. Looking good. Probably my favorite part of the process is soldering everything back together. Now that everything's repaired, we gotta piece it together and make the thing playable. So we're gonna solder everything and then we'll clean it. You can see I'm going back between a few different things. I got my heat with the torch, I got my little squirt bottle of flux, and I have my solder. So I'm going to heat up the part to temperature, and then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of flux to clean the surface area, and then I'll touch it with some solder, and that should allow everything to flow into the joint. And I'll just go back and forth a few times. You don't want to overheat it because then the solder starts to get a little runny and you end up with a mess. So gentle heat and going back between the solder and the heat to get the solder to flow exactly where you want it to. Now if you look close, you'll see some binding wire and a jig that I use to hold the lead pipe in place. Those are really important, but if you tighten those too tight, you don't allow the solder to flow into the joint correctly, and it also just adds extra tension that doesn't need to be there, which will cause the lead pipe to inevitably fall off, especially because in marching band we throw our horns around. With the last of the solder work being finished up here, we move on to the ultrasonic cleaning process. This is the big mystery box where you pop the instrument in and 5 minutes later it's perfectly clean. After that, we go ahead and go in with the polish. I'm going to polish the instrument up. I always either use Wright's or Haggerty's. Wright's has the nice little sponge that I like to use. After we polish everything, then I'm going to clean the instrument with soap and water for the final pass through, make sure that we've gotten all that gunk out of there. And technically that means the instrument's been cleaned 3 times, but I'm nothing but thorough, so this instrument's going to be back together in one piece, no dents, and it's going to be probably the cleanest it's been in over 10 years. And just like that, this horn is looking pretty much brand new. We're going to start greasing up all the slides and oiling up the valves. We're going to replace the felts and the springs. I use Hetman products on everything that comes through the shop. They have a specific gauge of grease and oil for every moving part. Like, they literally have a diagram that shows you the viscosity that's required for anything from a valve cap to a slide. So here's the close-up of everything. We can see we have no more dent in the lead pipe. Everything looks beautiful. Everything works great. This horn's ready for another season of torture on the marching band field. Now, my favorite part of any repair is the play test. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.